Decision what camera to get next can be an exciting one, but also can be agonizing because you might be going back and forth between brands and models and various alternatives. I know I have been there before, trying to decide between various cameras, wanting to choose the only one that would meet my photo and video needs. Many of us have limited budgets, and making that investment can be a hard decision. I don't blame you, unless you inherited some grandparents' money and you have some extra cash to burn. Yeah! So you go out and get this and that camera. So I don't blame you either. Well, one of the dilemmas that some of you have faced in the past is between these two cameras. Should you get Nikon Z6II, which was released in 2020 and currently goes for $1,600 brand new? Or should I spend extra $400 and snatch this good-looking retro-style $2,000 eye-catching, head-turning, jaw-dropping camera released in October of 2023, Nikon Zf? If you are in that camp, well, I have some thoughts for you. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and welcome back if you have been here before. I own both of these cameras. I purchased them with my own money over the course of a few years. I use them extensively for various projects, and while I'm a nobody to sway you in either direction, I want to share with you some compelling thoughts about why you may want to consider choosing Nikon Zf. This is 10 reasons to choose Nikon Zf over Nikon Z6II. To be fair, to those who are considering these cameras for video work, I will share 5 reasons for those who are interested in photography features and 5 reasons for those who are interested in video features. And if you happen to be into both, well, good news, these 10 reasons are for you. Just a brief disclosure, there are more other features to talk about, but these are some of the more notable ones. So let's start with video. Articulating vari-angle screen LCD versus LCD screen that you would find typically on Nikon Z6II. So this is great for vloggers, for content creators, for those who do video and they need to get a low and high shots. And I personally experienced this camera. It is really nice to be able to simply open your fully articulated screen, and if you need to put it a little low, a little high to get a high overhead shot, and this has really been beautiful. I know that many camera manufacturers have moved on to this type of design, and having this fully articulating screen is really awesome if you are looking for that type of screen. Reason number 2, internal 10-bit H.265 in N-Log. Nikon Z6II records videos in 8-bit colors, which distinguishes 256 different tones. Nikon Zf records internally in 10-bit color, which distinguishes 1024 tones. A high recording bit depth means more source of information you can work with, which helps retain the integrity of image files even with heavy post-production work, such as color grading and footage blending. The places where you will find and notice it most in any place that has a change from dark to light environment as a gradual gradient. With 8-bit video, you can get distinct banding of the colors, whereas with 10-bit video in Nikon Zf, you will get a far smoother transition of the colors. The only negative of the 10-bit color recording is that the file sizes are larger, but that's the price you pay for 10-bit recording. Reason number 3, over 2 hours of continuous recording with Nikon Zf. To be exact, 125 minutes. Previously, only camcorders were able to record for that much time, and DSLR cameras were limited by the approximately 30-minute record limit. Why it is great to have over 2-hour record limit is if you also a solo creator and need to record long-term content, if you are recording concerts, podcasts, video interviews, basically uninterrupted videos. not needing to get up and restart your recording and possibly miss some critical footage is huge with this camera. With Nikon Z6II, you have to restart recording every time you hit that 30-minute record limit, plus it messes up the flow. There is a history with 30-minute record limit. I'm not going to discuss that here, but it is 2024, folks, and we are no longer limited to 30 minutes with Nikon Zf. Video shoot assist functions. As someone who is behind the camera, you frequently need to assess your in-camera exposure, especially if you are recording indoors and outdoors. Something like zebra stripes, which show the level of exposure, has been available for some time. But something that professional cameras had for a while is the waveforms that provide you with real-time subject exposure within the frame. Well, this feature is now also available in Nikon Zf, and that is the great addition to Nikon mirrorless system that can be used by professionals and amateurs alike. Plus, you have the record monitoring frame that has an instant confirmation that you are actually hit the record button. And the last but not least video feature that I would like to note is the video settings info display. Now, while I know this might be a small feature, but why it is very important? Well, when you are recording with multiple cameras, which you will be using to combine angles in post-production, it is important that your video features match your cameras. Having this video function on Nikon Zf helps you ensure that you are consistent with video features on other cameras while you are recording. I hope you found this content useful so far. Please give us a like and subscribe if you haven't already. This allows me to make more content, more videos like this for viewers like you. Now on to photography, features with Nikon Zf. Number 6. While Nikon Zf has a 24.5 megapixel sensor, this camera can produce a 96 megapixel image files through a pixel shift technology. Something to note is that the 96 megapixel images are taken with an electronic shutter, not the mechanical shutter. Then the images taken need to be combined in Nikon NX Studio software. The camera automatically shoots in series of NEF, which are raw files for Nikon, changing the position of the image sensor with each one. The photos can be blended using Nikon NX Studio software to create a single high-resolution image files such as 96 megapixels. As a photographer, you can choose to shoot 4, 8, 16, or 32 frames. Just please note that only 16 and 32 frames produce the 96 megapixel files. Reason number 7. What makes this camera a stealth photo camera is the 3D tracking that was previously only available in flagship cameras and more recently released in Nikon Zf and Nikon Z9. 3D tracking allows one to follow the moving object such as birds, athletes, vehicles, and get tack-sharp images. One question you may have, can I use this camera for sports? Well, the answer is yes. Now, it may not be your everyday ideal sports camera, but it still captures amazing sports moments that were not easily captured with cameras of this caliber before. Nikon Z6II does not have this 3D tracking function, while the Zf does. Reason number 8. While Nikon Z6II has 5 stops of image stabilization, IBIS, well, wait to find out that Nikon Zf has actually 8 stops of image stabilization, or should I say vibration reduction, when using appropriate Nikon Z mount lenses. So this means that you can slow your shutter speed 8 stops slower than would otherwise be possible without causing image blur. This will allow to preserve as clean of an image as possible without needing to increase your ISO. Now, that is a great feature for hand-holding situations like this, but please don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean you can swing your camera and get tack-sharp images. Your ability to hand-hold the camera is still important. And this is especially great for low-light situations and low-light street photography. And speaking of low light, reason number 9. One place where this camera shines when it comes to photography is that this camera's IAF detection is down to -10 EV. This is the lowest of any Z series cameras, which allows the camera to detect faces and even eyes in extremely dark scenes. So for reference, Nikon Z6II has an autofocus sensitivity of -6 EV. Nikon Z8 has an autofocus sensitivity of -9 EV. So Nikon Zf is down to -10. If low light photography of people and faces is your thing, Nikon Zf will not disappoint. And final, reason number 10. If you would like a full control of your AF, the ZF is equipped with a new touch control while shooting through the EVF. While shooting through the viewfinder, you can simultaneously use the ZF's touchscreen to move focus point, select a different subject to track, toggle between display modes, all without ever taking your eyes off the scene. You can either slide your thumb over the entire screen or use the method that I prefer and just select the right side of the screen to move your focus point. And in conclusion, as you can see, Nikon Zf has so many outstanding photo and video related features that one might consider over Nikon Z6II. At the end of the day, your personal budget might trump any of these reasons, and Nikon Z6II might be the camera that fits your personal life better. And if that's the case, you might want to watch this video right here where I provided a comprehensive review of the Nikon Z6II. So guys, please like and subscribe if you haven't already so that I can make more videos like this for viewers like you. Thank you.